up for 40 odd something hours. The sweat on my back's got my shirt soaked and sour. And oh, it's already gone. Second night's coming and I'm spinning back around. We're all caught up, can't hear or feel the sound. And oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worrying about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. Got time but money's not something that's free. Seems the roll of the dice never rolls back to me. And oh, it's already gone. A bird in my hand, two cans in the other, start spinning around. Now here comes another, and oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. And all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, this life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Whoa, it's already gone. Already gone. It's already gone. Go.
What is up, Jags fans? We are here on a Tuesday night, coming off of probably the best performance I've seen the Jaguars have in a long time. We're going to get into all of that. We got some film ready to break down. Oh, this is our folders for tonight. These are our film folders. We have Trev, O, and D. We got 3 folders tonight. We got plenty of clips loaded up. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm super excited to talk Jags after that 48-20 absolute beatdown of the Jets. Now, I was in the stadium, probably the best game I've ever been to. And I get it, like playoff games, games that have led to the playoffs. Yeah, they've been good, but like the weather was perfect. The game was perfect. I had good seats. I'm not bragging. I was given them as a gift. So but just a great day overall in Duval County and watching the Jags, and specifically Trevor Lawrence just have an insanely great game. So we're going to get into the film. We're going to get into all of that. But this is a fan show. I'm a fan. You guys are fans. So what I try to do in these shows is let you guys kind of talk about how you feel about the Jags. These film shows are a little more film heavy, so I don't get to as many comments as I'd like to, but I do try to hit all of them. They kind of come in fast and furious at times. I can already tell that they're coming in fast. I'm going to try to get to all of them. I always say this, if it's a good comment and you genuinely in your heart of hearts think this is a good comment, just type it again, because I want to try to get to it, because the reason why this whole channel was started was because I saw a void in the Jags community for Jaguars fans to give their opinions and their thoughts. So no matter how outlandish it is, get in there. Make sure to follow everything that's in the video description. If you click on the link below, there's some fun stuff. I do some fun stuff on the side. Speaking of fun stuff on the side, I have 2 weeks off coming up starting on Friday. So I'm going to be just ripping shows. I'm going to have nothing to do. I'm not going to be working. So make sure that you are not only subscribed, but hit the bell notification, because I'm going to go live at random times. I also, with that extra time, will probably go live on Twitch. That's in there as well. So just follow everything. That's the only plug I'm going to give for tonight. I apologize. Everything else will be comments and videos. We always give a shout out to the first person in the chat. XLugs says, could Kyler Murray do that? No. And what XLugs is referencing, this is your first time or first time in a while, is I made the case in the valley of our Trevor experience. When Trevor was not doing well, I made the gesture that perhaps a straight up trade for Trevor Lawrence and Kyler Murray wouldn't be a terrible thing. Now, listen, I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm some sort of guy that's always right. Okay. No, Kyler Murray could not do that. And Kyler Murray is doing nothing right now. And I'm happy we have Trevor. But I'm always the first to tell you, I'm okay being wrong. Whenever I talked bad about Trevor, I always said I want him to do well. And I will talk bad about anybody. It doesn't matter. But I also will talk good about anybody, regardless of how I feel or what I've said in the past. If Walker Little rolls out in the playoffs and dominates, I will give Walker Little all the flowers that he deserves, because I'm not someone that has vendettas against people. I just am someone that calls it like I see it. Trevor's doing really, really well right now. Had the best game of his career last week against the Jets, so I will give him his flowers. I'm actually going to start this show with the Trev folder. So just so you know. Gang, I can make this bigger. I'm getting a little blind as I get a little older. Gangster whatever that says. First down, downtown, Jags to the Super Bowl. Emu Nation X says Duval. Jacob O'Brien says, I know this is a Jags show, but are the Jets the worst team you've ever seen? I mean, the Jags are good, but whoa. The Jets are pretty bad. When you look at the film that we're about to show, you're going to see that they're just, it's a mixture of Liam Cohen designing some really good plays. And the thing about it that a lot of times the fans don't give enough credit to, and I'm included there, is that coaches will set things up. Liam Cohen has been setting up plays all season, and he ran things this game, and he will next week against the Broncos. And he was doing things this week against the Jets to set up plays so that the defense doesn't know what they're doing. So I got to give credit to Liam Cohen and his play calling. Obviously, the touchdown pass to Tootin is the one that comes up that we're going to watch. That was just that you've probably seen on social media. It was an insanely great play call. Jets didn't cover it very well, but he had a lot of he had one to Britton Strange where he came out of the fullback position, similarly to Tootin, who was in the running back position, who ran in the middle of the field. And so a lot of those plays worked out. So give credit to Liam Cohen. At the same time, Jets are bad. Chili Willie, channel member, says Trevor is an absolute dog, and Chili Willie is the first channel member in the chat. I love that. Cedric says, yes, go Jags. Oh, man. Guys, I'm so sorry. I am backed up, but this one stands out because it's a super chat, because that one looks different on my chat. It looks different. So Q Revere, this question: why did you break my ribs, Alan? SMD. Appreciate the $2. I can't read what SMD stands for. I think you guys all know. Family friendly. We're family friendly around here. You guys didn't know that? Big Diesel says, I always watch VOD. If I miss them, just FYI, drop the like. Thank you. Listen, I never beg you guys to do anything. Subscribe, like. I appreciate the channel members. I appreciate the super chats. This is a hobby for me. I'm not out here making money off this. I do this because I love talking Jags, and I know that you guys like talking Jags, so that's why we do it. Jags better re-sign ETN, LFG Duval. Big deal. Made a live show. Fellas, can we win out and get the 1 seed? Let's freaking go. Duval. A lot of excitement here. Let's get into the film. People watch this for the film, and I want to respect that. Listen, I'm a man of the people. I respect the people. That's what I do. I was just on. I'll give Travis Holmes. You guys know he's on here all the time. I was just watching the Duval Dive podcast with him and Kyle Nash. I was in there trolling their comments a little bit. Couldn't help it. Yeah, I have a big inner troll in me that I can't seem to squash. I can't help it. All right, let's start with the best throw that Trevor had. And you've seen this throw. We've seen it a bunch of times on social media. I tweeted like in the moment from the stadium. I was like, this is the best throw I've ever seen Trevor make ever in my life. Absolute, like this. And again, just like I said, I say things stupid all the time. I have been pretty religiously saying that Trevor Lawrence is one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time rolling out to his left. If you've watched this show for any amount of time, for a right-handed quarterback to roll out to the left, like I've been watching football for a long time. Like Trevor Lawrence may be, like I'm not kidding you, the best quarterback I've ever seen rolling out to his left as a right-handed quarterback. Like I say that almost every week. And if you watch the show, I promise you I say that every week. His best throw of his career was probably right here. And look what the Jags do. So Jags are in. Let me get my pencil working here, boys, because this is an exciting show. We got 11 gun personnel. If you're new here, this first number represents the amount of running backs. That's one running back. This second number represents the amount of tight ends. That's one tight end. So when you say 11, that means you're 11 personnel. It means you have one running back, one tight end. We're in gun. Obviously, he's in gun formation. If you want to get super, super specific, which some of you may want to do because you like this coach speak, we would call this 11 gun 2 by 1 because we read the field left to right like a book. We got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide receiver to the right. So 11 gun 2 by 1. Now, I can't remember if there's any pre-snap motion. If there's pre-snap motion, we got to change its name a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Regardless, watch what happens with the pressure, watch what happens with Trevor, and watch what he does. Okay, so again, I know y'all want to see this play, but just for the sake, what we would call this is 11 gun 2 by 1 motion tight. I would probably call this tight because they do line up this guy tight line of scrimmage. Okay, so this would give you the tight formation. Some coaches may put the word weak here, weak tight, because they would call the weak side of the field the boundary side, because you see they're here on the right hash, which means the field is to the left. The tight ends here, though, so you never know. Again, not getting the terminology, just letting you got to know what I'm thinking. All right, let's watch this play. Just outstanding. Just an outstanding throw from Trevor. So he's kind of getting into this habit of doing this. If you're coaching defensive backs and you coach a defensive back to do this turn away from the field, you call this a baseball turn, right? You really would. This is what you would call it. You call it a baseball turn. So what he's going to do is he's getting into the habit of just when he's feeling pressure from the one side, he'll do a baseball turn, gets outside the pocket, sets his feet somehow. And the crazy thing about this throw is that, and you guys know this, but just to reiterate for anyone that doesn't, is like right here, he just kind of like jump turns. His feet are not set. Ideally, what you want is you want your quarterback's like forward hip to be pointing to his target, right? So look at Trevor's hip. It's pointing like here. So whenever your hips are not pointing to your target, you're basically depending on your arm strength and accuracy to get there. That's typically not a good strategy. Okay. But Trevor Lawrence with a defender in his face just makes an insane throw right here. I mean, just an insane throw from that position. Watch it from the end zone here. Like I'm tempted to say that's a lucky throw, but it's better to be lucky than good. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm really backed up on comments, so I'm going to pick a random one and start there. From Jarvis, he says, we need the D-line to have a better game this week. I mean, what's concerning, I guess, if you're a Jags fan about the D-line, it's not so much like the production, because the run defense has been there. The pressures have been there. It's the sacks have come from like Dennis Gardick and like BJ Green last week. Trevor Walker did have a really good run stop, which we're going to show here in a second. But I get what you mean. I think what you mean is that you want Josh Hines Allen and Trevon Walker to affect the quarterback more in a stat line type of way. I think that's what you're saying. I could be wrong. And you're right. You really are right there with that, to be honest. All right, going back to Trevor. How about we'll go in sequential order of Trevor Lawrence's touchdown passes? Y'all cool with that? Because this one's one of my favorites here. Okay. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have another tight end, Brenton Strange here. So we got Brenton Strange. We got Travis Etienne. So we would call this 11 ace. You can call us whatever you want. I grew up calling when you're under center ace. Then you got 2x1 motion. So there you go. You're going to get a little play action read here, I believe. Ends up being 3x1, sorry. Play action freezes the safety. Great throw to BTJ, and BTJ catches it. Now, that obviously looked like the defender was like kind of peeled off and could have made a play on the ball. He could have. Let's take a look from the end zone. Boys. That's a window. That is definitely a window. Again, like, is that lucky or good? I'll say good. I'll say good there. All right, again, we're real backed up. We're going to keep going to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. When I see Trevor Lawrence do this, I immediately think of Jags United. Appreciate that. Big deal. I think of you all the time, too. This isn't the best throw Trevor's ever made. This is the best throw ever, referring to the last clip I showed, not this one, I think. Oh, PT phone home, just bouncing around the Jags YouTube channels. I appreciate you, PT. I appreciate you. He even gave the Jordan shrug. Big Diesel says, some people say he just threw it up prayer style, but you can see Trevor Lawrence get his head around and see where he can throw Parker open. Oh, boy, did he ever. Putting the air under it because of throwing the route finished early. Sick. There was no air. He just powered it. Matt says, I know Travis Hunter is injured, but it seems like there's zero signs of him in the public other than his Adidas commercial. Is it unusual for top picks to go MIA after getting severe injury? Good question. I don't know. I actually did see something about him on a cooking show. I think it was on Jags Reddit. Sea Breacher. I actually thought for a second, every night when I kneel beside my bed and I say my prayers, now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep, because you know what, I want to wake up in the morning, and if I don't wake up in the morning, I want to go to heaven, right? When I say those prayers, oftentimes I think of, wow, I haven't heard from Sea Breacher in a while, and I hope he's okay, and I hope whatever he's doing, he's fine. And I wish I would have read his comment before I left it up on the screen for so long. Drop in the bucket. The ref was in the way. What? I didn't see that. Let's bring it back up. What? Are you talking about the last play? There's no ref in the way. Travis Hunter is about his rehabilitation and fishing. Getting pushed back on too many runs for me. Okay, this past game. Listen, I can't afford Zens. I go for the cheaper option. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm more of like this isn't gonna go over well for anybody. I'm more of a fruity flavor than a minty flavor. And please don't take that the wrong way. Please don't. T-Law is going off like crazy. Jaguars were on 7-on-7 drill Sunday versus the Jets. That's actually a great comment. Sorry, just responding to a text like a unprofessional YouTuber. It is what it felt like. Like the Jets had actually made this comment on the Duval dive. I was like, Trevor Lawrence exposed the middle of the field. Like all his touchdowns, you couldn't really see it, but like I couldn't clip a million clips, and all of his big plays that came that weren't touchdowns were over the middle of the field. The Jacoby Myers, Brent Strange, BTJ, I think had one, and it was just because like the Jets would blitz. They'd blitz like two linebackers or a linebacker and a safety in a nickel package, and Trevor would just be sitting back there with no pressure. I'm assuming thinking to himself, middle of the field's wide open. There's no linebacker in the middle of the field. And he just absolutely just dusted them. All right, how about Trevor touchdown number 2? Y'all ready for this one? All right, so we're going to pause it. We're going to take a look. Pre-snap motion. We love it. Oh, this is the play that everyone talks about. All right, so what you're going to see is this 11 gun. Brenton Strange is an inline tight end. You got Bashaw Tootin here in the backfield. Travis Etienne, this 2 running back set. This would be definitely a tight formation. The Jets are showing a cover 2 shell. They got a lot of guys in the box. So what you're going to see here is Travis Etienne is going to do some sort of like magic here. He's going to go this way, come back this way, come back this way. Everyone's going to be all freaked out. They're all going to shoot down here, and Bashaw Tootin's just going to run wide open. Spoilers. Again, great play call by Liam Cohen, but just also bad defense. Jason, how could you say that's bad defense? Like, that's Liam Cohen drawing it up. Yes, hypothetical argument. You could make that argument. But how I know this is bad defense is because also Tim Patrick is wide open in the middle of the field on a post route. So, yes, bad defense. From the end zone for funsies, let's do it. Again, no pressure. Like that. I mean, bro. Don't let my boy Trevor step into a throw. Don't let him do that. Do not let him. How about Trevor touchdown number 3? Trips left. I like that. 10 gun motion. Yeah, you got to cover that. I mean, bro, I get it. You get your matchup. You get your ETN on a linebacker manned up. They got 1 high, so they're playing man. Looks like a cover 3 or a cover 1. Either way, they're going to just move this guy out of the boundary here. Like, I don't understand what this defensive back's doing. Like, what are you doing? Are you cover 3? I don't know what you're doing, but I don't know of any defense where you're there. I mean, the only defense that I can imagine where he would be there is if you're in a cover 6. And a cover 6 is where you split the field in half and play cover 2 on this side and cover 1 on this side, which could be what they're doing here. I actually like a cover 6, but even if you're in a cover 6, you don't play middle. You don't play cover 3 on this side from 2 yards from the hash. So I don't know what's happening here. But you know what? Wheel concept kind of touchdown. Again, another great pocket. Great job, boys. Great job. We take those. We absolutely take those 10 times out of 10. Ref Kim says, what's up, man? Been a minute being in the chat. That's okay. I'm just glad you're here. Hope everyone is having a good night. Crazy these past weeks that Trevor Lawrence haters and supporters get what they want. T-Law benched in the last 3 games in the 4th. Now, here's an important distinction I think that people should make. There were Trevor Lawrence haters. There were also people that just wanted Trevor Lawrence to play better. I think I fit into that latter category better. I just want Trevor Lawrence to play better. I've seen Trevor Lawrence play. You look at what he did at Clemson, and the dude was throwing for 300 yards consistently. We haven't seen Trevor Lawrence throw for 300 yards in 4 years. Like, maybe a game here or there, but like he wasn't ever doing it. So it was more of a call to action, right? More of a call to action. Like I never was against Trevor Lawrence. And I think I went to extensive lengths. Is the cat exiting the building? The cat is, Do we have a cat leaving? Do we have a cat leaving? We don't know. I went to extensive lengths to talk about how I wanted Trevor Lawrence to just play better. And he's playing better. Raiden Shogun, 24. Pokey443 on Twitch. Check him out. Jets D coordinator got fired. Yeah, Steve Wilkes, former head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Bro, they can't cover shit. It's true. Tootin running a route inside of the left tackle. Sheesh. Cohen was cooking this game. Cover 6, show cover 3. That's what I think it was. And just that boundary safety just did a terrible job getting over the top of the routes. And the wheel route's hard to cover. Like, to be fair, the wheel route is hard to cover. You know, we killed the Jets D when the D coordinator gets fired the very next day, and when your head coach is a defensive head coach. Like, that's got to be a tough conversation. Imagine being Aaron Glenn. You're Aaron Glenn. You're a first-time head coach. Think about this. Like, just let's empathize for a moment. Like, you're Aaron Glenn. You're a first-time head coach. You get hired by the Jets. You know what you're thinking? I'm a defensive-minded head coach. I'm going to take ownership of the defense. So because of that, I'm going to bring in a coaching veteran. I'm going to bring in a guy that knows what he's doing, has been around the league for a while, and Steve Wilkes. I'm going to bring him in to be an advisor-type role. I'm going to call the defense. Maybe he can call the defense, but I'm going to tell him what to do. You have to have a conversation with him after this game and say, hey, man, it's either you or me. And Steve Wilkes probably said, I get it. Thank you for the paycheck. I'll move on and be a assistant coach somewhere else, defensive specialist somewhere else, whatever else. That's a tough conversation. Any worries about Trevor Lawrence hand for the spike play? Well, not as much as I have as Bayshal Tutin's hand, which is now he's not going to return till the playoffs. That doesn't answer your question, but I don't know. I don't know. PT phone home. The day Ezra was after a dude at the 5, the play started in our half of the field. I've been loving these ETN passing touchdowns. Timmy Devil. I love when Timmy Devil's here. What I like is that he's not holding on to the ball. Thank you, Liam. This dude is letting the ball fly finally. He goes on to say, they never acknowledged that people just wanted him to play better. Always a hater and never. Thank you. That's well said. And I wish I would have said it that way. Great job, Timmy. Very good. All right. How about Trev touchdown 4? We ready for that one? All right. A little stack, a little stack here, a little 11 gun. I don't love how Brenton Strange always kind of tips off if it's a pass play or a run play, but obviously if he's doing it every snap, like Liam Cohen doesn't care, because if you just look at the way that Strange lines up, you kind of know what they're doing. Like, bro, you're obviously not blocking here. Like, it's fine, whatever. It's little things that I noticed, but 11 gun stack. 11 gun, you got a little stack here with BTJ and Parker Washington. Then you got Jacoby on the outside there. I mean, this is just a clear out route. I mean, this is just a great clear out route because, listen, if you are the corner's got, he has to cover the pylon. The linebacker has to cover this quick slant. And then the safety is in the middle of the field. He's got inside here. I mean, they've got the stack here. So these 3 guys are just doing like a pattern match where first guy in, first guy out. So this was just a great play design, like a really good play design. So Strange is going to take the safety deep. Jacoby Myers is going to take the slant, which is going to obviously make the linebacker in the corner just kind of bite on that. And then you have ETN. Is this a Texas route? Yeah, a Texas route. So the Texas route is like, if you've ever played Madden, it works really well because it does work really well, but you have to have a running back that can catch the ball. He's going to look like he's running to the flat, which is a very common route concept for running backs. A lot of times when you're trying to layer a defense, what I mean layer is you want a receiver here, you want a receiver here, and you want a receiver here. And that makes usually 2 defenders have to pick. Then the quarterback just picks where's the defender not. And typically it's to the flat because that's where the least amount of yards you give up is. So this flat route by the running back is very, very common. So that's what makes this Texas route very dangerous, is because a lot of linebackers are expecting to just kind of throw out to the flat and then rally and make a tackle. But when you do the Texas route, that's a little more dicey. Now, again, so it has to be open. So you're going to see the Texas route wide open. Great job, Tutty. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I would change if I were Liam Cohen. Like, if you're pre-snap looking at Brenton Strange, like, this dude's not run blocking. Like, he's in a sprinter stance, like he's running the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. Like, the dude's not run blocking. Like, maybe I would clean that up. Tutty. All day. That's what we do. It's a flat turn to slant, the Texas route. Yeah. I have a feeling that Strange lineup is a setup for the next game as well. They think they know what's coming, and bam, hit them with the wrinkle. That's a good point, Big Diesel. That's a very good point. And like that's why Liam Cohen gets paid a lot of money to be a head coach, and I just critique film, is because you were right. Like, he probably is setting that up. That's a good point. Trevor haters been road raging therapy for 3 weeks. Now they can't. I just don't know how many Trevor haters there are. Like, and this is my personal anecdote. This is what I've seen in my own experience. Like, typically Trevor haters that are just like, Trevor's not the answer. Anyone that hardlines that position have typically been people that don't watch a lot of Jaguars football. Now, they're out there and they exist, and we've all talked to those people. But anyone that actually watches the Jags or follows the Jags has typically been someone like me or someone like Jordan DeLugo. Like, I'm more in the critic state where I'm like, listen, like, I'm being critical. This dude's got to step up or we got to move on. And Jordan DeLugo's like, give him more time. I don't think either one of us are wrong, but I would probably guess that those people that are hardline, Trevor's not the answer, because I've heard them as well, are people that just don't watch a lot of Jags football. And dare I say, aren't that big of fans. Because I haven't heard anyone whose opinion that I trust say Trevor's not the answer. They've either been a harsh critic like myself or someone that's just super patient. Nothing wrong with either one. It takes me longer to read these usernames than the Darren Denson. I'm just a fan. You are very knowledgeable. If you notice every time Strange does this, that a playoff touchdown. Peterson loved the Texas route. It's an effective route. It really is. Redfish, channel member, says Trevor has confidence in play calls working and can play free. He's understanding the why behind the offense. The opposite of last year where some plays started with 0% chance of success. It's well said, Redfish. It's very well said. Nolly Full Cabot channel for 51, dude. Love it. I love it, Nolly. Thank you. Thank you, Nolly. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. You guys are the one, people like Nolly are the ones that allow me to cover my expenses to do this. Just so y'all, in the spirit of honesty, my expenses are to do this streaming software where the comments can come up. That's StreamYard. I got to pay a little bit for that. I pay a little bit for Adobe for the thumbnails. I pay for NFL Plus. My initial setup's been paid for, but listen, I'm not out here trying to make money, but people like Nolly Full Cap do allow me to cover my costs. Not trying to pressure you into doing it. I would rather you be here and comment than be a channel member, but I just really appreciate Nolly Full Cap, who says Ventrell Miller with the interception. And if you go back and watch I think it was Trevon Walker mic'd up, he got hyped on that Ventrell Miller interception. No, Harris says, people wanted to trade Trev because they expected him to entirely carry a team that wasn't blocking and that was leading the league in drops. Quarterbacks don't carry teams. Look at Mahomes. I call it hate. Fair. And listen, I'm never going to tell a Jags fan the way to feel. Hold on. Sorry. I'll never tell a Jags fan the way to feel. Feel however you want. My feelings are up and down, up and down. Right now they're up. Right now they're big up. Has the prince that was promised arrived? You bet he has. All right, let's get to some more film. How about Trev touchdown 5? How about that? We good with that? This one, I mean, yeah, great job, Trevor, but this is more ETN than it was Trevor. Like, let's be honest. Like, they start out the snap empty set. Anytime you see the running back out here to the wide, the defenses, what you're trying to basically do is you're trying to get this cornerback right here to declare kind of what they're doing. So what I mean by that is if he comes out here and then when you motion him back in offense, if he goes like outside leverage, then they're probably in a zone. But if he comes motions here and he gets here and he communicates to the safety, like, hey, I got him in man, and the safety kind of rolls down a bit to play kind of more in the box or shifts over. If he shifts over and then he rolls here to play man, then Trevor knows they're in man. So this is what the benefit of going at empty at the pre-snap and motioning him does. So he's going to go pre-snap, motion him here. So basically, Trevor now knows that the Jets are in zone because he's lined up here, and they just kind of knows it. And I'm kind of guessing, and I hope they are in zone. Yeah, they're definitely in. Well, no, I mean they rolled into man, but what he does know is that because of this movement here, moves to the middle of the field, cover one, cover three, cover one safety. He's going to roll down into the box. He's here. So now Trevor does know that they are in basically either a man or they are in a soft zone. Either way, ETN coming this way will be unaccounted for. And this is what happens from that pre-snap motion. Shout out Liam Cohen. So he knows pre-snap that ETN will be unaccounted for on this play. And he is. Again, if the Jets could tackle, this is a gain of 15, which is a very good play. But because the Jets can't tackle, the touchdown. And big shout out to, I think it's Ezra Cleveland. Watch big 7-6 on this play. Hainsey as well, dude. Hainsey gets downfield as well. We love that. We do love that. All right, backed up as always. DG says Broncos defense is not Texans defense. We should move the ball quite good against the Broncos. And the only thing I'm worried about is the Nick Bonito. Dude's been real good all year. I'm tempted to take the stance that like Nick Bonito may get his. He may get a sack and a half. He may get a sack and like 2 tackles for loss. But can we still win with that? I think we just can't let him get like 3 sacks. I think that's where I'm at. While that Trevor's progression this year happens slowly and then all at once, like any human learning something new. I gotta admit tonight, and this is why I love reading comments, is you guys have put into words things that I feel, and I have been unable to do it. Pole arm gaming. I agree. And hopefully go follow. I'm guessing he has a channel. Pole arm gaming. Let's look it up. Let's see if Pole arm gaming has a YouTube channel. Because that's a good comment. Pole arm gaming. Pole arm gaming. Videos. I don't see pole arm gaming on here. Pole arms. How to master the pole arms. Okay. This is not English. The last ice pole arm. I don't think that's. I tried pole arm gaming. You could try to look it up yourself. I don't know. I always try to give people credit. Gifted Q Revere. You guys are just crushing it tonight. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. That's cover 2. Was it? I believe you. Come on, brother. This is the same player. This is not cover 2. Cover 2 would mean they're playing deep halves. This safety walked down and is playing either middle of the field robber or he's manned up against Brenton Strange. It's not cover 2. No, that's cover 1. That's cover 1. That's 100% cover 1. I am worried about Sutton and their running backs. Well, I did see who's the Harvey may not play. My post earlier got chopped. That was my favorite play. The effort by the line. Ezra was after a guy at the 5. The play started near midfield. That kind of effort wins games. This is Preston Tim. Oh, Preston Timms. Makes more sense now. Makes more sense because your comments are crushing it tonight. Cedric Holmes with a $1.99 super sticker. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate the $2. I don't know what a super sticker is. Thank you, Cedric. Thank you, Cedric. Cover 2 in soccer. I mistyped. It's covered 0 since the Jets covered nobody. Liam was in his rhythm more than anybody in the stadium. Okay, first of all, I was in the stadium and I was in pretty good rhythm, but I'll ignore that. 48. Trevor had a franchise day and barely broke a sweat. Cohen versus Peyton will be fireworks. Need Campanile to make those key adjustments. Well said. Redfish says, what's some of these names? Why are all your names changing? Shay's listen, this is going to get me in some trouble with some of y'all. And I'm sorry. I shoot from the hip. Shay's my favorite commenter. Shay's my favorite commenter. He really is. Sorry. Welcome. It's always the Jags. Our pass defense was kind of shaky against the Jets aside from the INTs. Our pass defense. Yeah, well, we're not to the defensive folder yet. I mean, we're only 45 minutes in. Okay, we're still pretty early in the show there, DG. Let me get there. Big test coming in Denver. My expenses are knockoffs. Well said, Jacob. That's well said. Like I said, you guys are crushing it tonight. I do have videos. Most important game in franchise history. If you ask Tony Baselli, I think he would agree. No test in week 15, man. This is going to be a war. Yeah, a lot of the names changed. Like YouTube had some sort of update where like for example, Big Diesel used to be on my thing as just Big Diesel. But now he's Big Diesel 5412. So I don't know what YouTube update had or whatever, anything like that, but I don't know. All right, how about listen, we're not even out of the Trevor Lawrence folder yet. Y'all better buckle up. How about the Trevor Lawrence rushing touchdown here? A little pre-snap motion, a little gun personnel. LaQuint Allen in the backfield. Yep, yep. Let's get it. Oh yeah. And again, this goes back to like the mic'd up. Trevon Walker was like talking about how if Trevor runs, the offense is unstoppable. He referenced BTJ. He referenced just this offense and what they do. I mean, like, there's a lot here. I mean, look, watch number 9. I mean, he's going to try to stunt into the A gap. Hainsey's going to pick him up. The play goes on for so long. He ends up getting into the pressure situation. And watch Trevor, like, for as baby deer as Trevor is, watch the move he puts on number 9. Like, watch this. Got him. Too easy. That's just too easy. And then this one here, you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to draw your attention here to LaQuint Allen. I'm just going to give you a heads up right now. Watch this play. Bro, watch LaQuint Allen. Watch him. Like, this is like, bro, just watch LaQuint Allen here. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. You ever watch like UFC? Like, I'm a big UFC guy. And like some of my favorite like strikers are really good at like setting up like the headshots, and they'll get you to like block your head, and they'll just hit you with a body shot that just cripples you. This is a crippling body shot. Just an absolute crippling body shot from LaQuint Allen. I almost feel bad for the guy. I mean, look at Ezra. Ezra's like, oh, dude, I am so sorry, brother. I am so sorry. That was not me. Look. Ezra's like, don't blame me for that. I'm so sorry. Oh man, great run by Trevor though. I guess that's the motif of the video. 35 said 4. Might be out on Allen crime this week. I like that. I do like that. Eyes downfield the whole time and 2 hands on the ball. Trevor is turning into the prototype. Allen's going to be busy with these ends and pass rushing DTs. Carne asada time. Got him good. This part of Trevor's game regressed so hard under Doug. Liver shot. If you like UFC, tune into bare knuckle boxing, coach. So I do like the wrestling and grappling aspect of UFC as well. I've watched bare knuckle boxing. It's always like on like YouTube, but like I do like the wrestling aspect. I like it both. So, yeah, he literally shut down his liver. Same thing as when a boxer knocks out. Yeah, exactly. If you're not ready to challenge him, don't look him in the eyes. True. All right, well, that's the end of my Trevor folder. We're 50 minutes in, and we're done with the Trevor folder. How about we flip over to the defense? 4th and 1 stop. 4th and 1 stop. This was like the first drive of the game. Awful play call. And again, you guys got to watch the Trevon Walker mic'd up because like right before this snap, Trevon Walker's just yelling like, "Don't go for it! Don't go for it!" And he's a shit talker. Like if you watch it, he's a shit talker all game. And Trevon Walker's like, "Don't go for it! Do not go for it!" He's telling them that pre-snap before they even line up. And it's 4th and 1 when they do this little pre-snap motion. You think they're gonna do some sort of tush push, but Aaron Glenn in all of his glory decides to do a much trickier play with a little jet sweep. Oh, yeah. Like right here in the stands, I was like, oh, QB sneak with a tush push. And that's what they're trying to sell because they're trying to get like this cone of defenders to all think crash on the middle. It's going to be a QB sneak. And then the Jets are going to run a jet sweep. You get one block. He gets out in the lead block, and this could be big. If you're the Jets, this could be big. Only problem is what you're not accounting for is 44. The one-armed 44 is what you're not accounting for. And what makes it better is they fooled nobody. Like, watch the defense. Watch Aluakon. Watch Devin Lloyd. Watch Eric Murray. Watch all these guys. Even Devin, like, literally nobody was fooled. Nobody was fooled at all by this. Yeah, he said, don't go for it. He said, don't go for it. He literally told him. How about BJ Green? Let's give BJ Green some love here, baby. How about BJ Green? Let's just go straight to the end zone film. Let's go straight to the end zone film. Let's do it. BJ Green. You know what? I'm undrafted. I'm a rookie. I'm getting a sack. Let's go. Get in there. Get in there, BJ. Oh, yeah, that left tackle can't even stop you. Look at that. Keeping that arm extended. Great job. Great job, BJ. I'm genuinely curious what wide receiver Pat Surtain 2 going to guard. He'll probably play one side of the field if I had to guess, whoever that may be. I hope Denver ready because Trevor has better weapons than Jordan Love. BTJ scary to cover one-on-one. UFC fights are awesome, and the Quint Allen said, "Give me your liver." What do you think about us playing in the Texans? Oof. Listen, if we're in the AFC Championship game, I don't care who we play. Don't care who we play. We could play the freaking Tom Brady-led Patriots. I don't care who we play. Get me to the AFC Championship game, I will not complain. But I get what you're asking. Like, who would I rather play there? I mean, it's all the same to me. Like the AFC is pretty like split on like I haven't really paid too much attention to the Patriots. They seem like they're playing well, but I haven't really watched them. I've seen the Texans a lot. I haven't seen the Broncos a ton. The Bills. I really haven't watched a lot of these teams a lot. Like I really just watch. I mean, I watch the Jags game. I usually go to the game and then I watch it on TV. Then I go back and watch all 22. Like I don't do a lot of watching of other teams, and that may be a detriment. But I'm not a full timer. Like I'll be honest with y'all. BTJ versus Patrick Surtain is gonna cook. How would you feel if we ended up playing the Texans? A lot of questions about that. Again, if we're in the AFC Championship game, I don't care who we play. And to think we could have hired Aaron Glenn. Good point. And to be honest, I was a little bigger on Aaron Glenn than I should have been. I was. Got a feeling Devin Lloyd takes 2 of them off Bo Nix. Brady Cook's a good quarterback, not going to lie, but he needs to learn to change plays at the line. Yeah, anytime you have an undrafted rookie quarterback, you're going to get what you're going to get. But I tend to agree with you there, Lil Mart. I like Brady Cook more than a lot of people do. 1 arm and 1 knee, 44. Couldn't take that one from him. Fooled, they knew exactly what was coming. That's a good point. They did. They all played like they did. Are we good? What up, UCF Jaguar? What up, Dalton? Hopefully we're doing the show tomorrow night. We don't usually get, we haven't, he hasn't sent me our pre-show outline yet, but I assume we're doing a show tomorrow night. He will be on UCF Jaguars channel. 8:30, I think is what we do it. 8:30 tomorrow night. And are we good? Yes, we are good. The question is, are we great? To that I say, yes, we are great. I'd rather the Texans than the Bills. I didn't mean for you to answer that question twice. It's okay. Listen, I don't remember you asking it twice. So is that more of an indictment of you or me? Probably me. Probably me. Rather the Texans because we, UCF in the house, play whoever the best is. No running. Ooh, I like that, Timmy. Me and Timmy are, yeah, that's why I like Timmy, is me and Timmy are usually like on the same page. We're usually on the same. I'm vigorously working on an outline now. Get your mock draft ready. Okay, listen, I'm like I don't run. I recall 3 weeks ago, Jags fans saying we should trade T-Law for Kyler. Okay, now, first of all, don't say Jags fans when it was me that was saying it. And don't say 3 weeks ago when it was like 4 or 5 weeks ago, okay? So let's be a little more accurate in our comments here, okay? Yes. Was I frustrated with Trevor? Yes. But did I also try to encourage him to be better? And who knows? Maybe Trevor watches Jags United and he saw this show and I was the motivating factor. You can't prove me wrong. You can't. How about the Buster Brown interception? How about that? Probably one of the best plays I've seen Buster Brown make in his career, to be honest. Outside of his Arkansas days. Now, was it an absolutely terrible throw by Brady Cook? Yes. Was it an absolutely insanely good catch by Buster Brown? Yes. Did he actually catch it? Don't know. The replay was pretty inconclusive, but they called it a pick on the field, so I'm okay with that. What I do know is that Liam Cohen put my boy line judge on the spot about making that INT call. I do know that, and I do love that. Yeah, like Brady Cook, probably not the best placement for a ball when you have a receiver breaking to the boundary. But listen, beggars can't be choosers. Great job, Buster Brown. Great job. Absolutely great job. What else we got in this? Speaking of Dennis Gardick celebrating on the sideline, how about Dennis Gardick getting a sack on this play? Effort sack, baby. The spin move. The absolute spin move. You can't block me, right tackle. Not a shot. Oh, yeah. Effort sack. Nice try. Look at Josh Hines-Allen. The defense, they're just all playing together, man. They just really are. I love to see it. I love to see it. Speaking of Josh Hines-Allen, look at these transitions we're doing. Not a sack, but forced incompletion by Josh Hines-Allen. Hey, look at that freaking 2 tight ends over here. or tackle over in a tight end, actually. Such a bad throw. Such a bad throw. They're going to shift their eligible tackle, and you just get whooped. Oh. Watch 89. Watch the receiver. Watch the receiver. Watch 89 right here. Bruh. Jets are bad. Jets are bad. Not saying that we're bad, but the Jets are bad. Brady Cook would be a good backup for us. Bro, get off Coach Nads about Trevor and Kyler. Yeah. Listen. The thing is that people think that I like. This is the thing that it's actually, maybe this is the life lesson. I don't really have a lot of like shame. Like, you really can't say anything that really gets to me. Maybe it's thick skin, or maybe it's just the fact that I know that most humans aren't perfect. I'll say things that are wrong. I'll say things that are right. I actually like the comments. I think I actually like the comments that like call me out, or I kind of like those negative comments a little bit more. Like if someone's in the comments and it's like, hey man, you're doing a really good job. I'm like, oh dude, I appreciate that. And I do appreciate that. But when someone's like, hey, you suck. I'm like, oh dude, I'm doing an extra show tonight. So like, which comment's better? That I don't know. And maybe it's mentality. Maybe it's mentality. I don't know what it is. I'm glad T-Law is playing better. I'm super hard on him. Like I matter anyways. Thank you, Jet. I'm the exact same way. We're in the same boat, Jet. If we look more closer at the ball, hit the ground first. But yeah, I thought that too when I rewatched it. Buster looking like Travis Hunter out there. Haha, Liam Cohen said you'd better not. Liam, hands up, going to be in his bag against Denver. Cohen is an offensive genius when it comes to breaking down your weaknesses. You're right, Cedric. Coaches and players keep bringing up that Houston fail. They are telling you who we want anywhere, anytime. Peyton will do everything he can to lock in the number 1 seed, so Cohen will need to be in his bag. Keep his name out of your mouth. You suck. Thank you. I needed that, Jetpack. I needed that. Appreciate that. It keeps me going. I know one of our Denver DBs because a decent amount of defensive pass interference, such a bad eligible tackle. Who was the receiver? Hey, man, you suck. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I will listen. I'll cry for a little bit later. Like when I end the show, I'll do a little crying, a little self-reflection, but I do appreciate that. Our X factor this game could be Parker Washington punt returns. They want Houston for play calling. Cohen was doing at the time. I totally get what you were saying. I don't want it to happen, but it made sense. Trevor Tyler. Thank you, Preston. Is Jordan Lugo in the house? Jordan, I will give Jordan credit. He does like retweet all my stuff, so I do appreciate that. But it's tough when you do the amount of content that some of these guys do. Some of these guys are doing shows every day. Like when you're doing shows every day and you got a family, it's tough to just be locked into Jags content 24/7. I don't have a family and I do a show once a week. Next week though, I'm gonna do more. But a little easier for me to pop into other shows and kind of troll comments. So it's not really apples to apples, but Jordan's a good one. Me and Jordan, there's a common misconception that Jordan and me don't like each other, when in fact, Jordan and me really do like each other a lot. We really do. All right. What else we got here? We got Eric Murray. Eric Murray had a really, really good game, especially against the run. But like he just is like Eric Murray, like is one of the bigger pieces to this puzzle that people don't talk about is Eric Murray. Like it was noticeable when he was gone, and it's noticeable when he's back. And like he really is a huge. I mean, that was a huge signing that like a lot of people again don't talk about. But when you go back and watch the film, Eric Murray's in on so many plays. He really is. Watch him here. He's going to blitz with Devin Lloyd. The running back's going to pick up Devin Lloyd. It was really just like who the running back picks up is going to the other person's going to get the sack. Great call by Campanile, but just like great job by both these guys here getting in there. Running back's going to have to pick up Devin Lloyd. He's the inside guy. You got to do it, and that just gives Eric Murray an easy sack. And that's what's like, you know, when you look at sacks, they're a good number to go off of because it shows a decent amount of production. But like on these types of plays, like Devin Lloyd could have just as easily gotten the sack, but he doesn't get the sack. So he's going to celebrate here because he knows he was part of this. And he doesn't get a sack. But if it wasn't for Devin Lloyd, Eric Murray would not get this sack. And this doesn't show up on the stat sheet. This is why I always tell people, don't look at stats. Stats don't mean anything. They really don't. Can they point you to what to look at on film? Yes. But great play by both players. Great call by Campanile. Really, the guy who was the MVP on this play was Campanile. Hey, listen, I never want any spelling bees. Do we have any more defensive plays here? Oh, I don't know why this is in this folder. I don't know why this is in the defensive folder. But for those of you that hate on De'Ami Brown, for those of you that hate on De'Ami Brown, checkmate. Okay, watch my boy De'Ami just be instrumental on this play. You ready for this? All you De'Ami haters out there, tell me he's not worth $10 million. Listen, no words need to be said. $10 million. Great job. Great job on that kick return block. Listen. Way to go. Way to go, De'Ami. Huge play. Huge play, De'Ami. I don't know why that was in the defensive folder. Jalen McLeod, 21-day window open. Our guy is about to show what he can do. I love Jalen McLeod. Loved the pick. If you go back and look at Jalen McLeod's college stats, wild. I think the dude had 21 sacks in college. And he's a sleight of frame guy. Excited to see what he can do when he gets back. I really, really am. A few weeks ago, Trevor was borderline top 35. Now he's borderline top 12. A lot of lists I'm seeing are top 7. Murray has 3 picks in 9-year career, a third in Jags. I watch and respect all decisions of those men just about Jaguars, but trying to be better. Jags better retain P. Wash. We talking about problems Denver poses. I'm sorry. My reading is a little off. Let me take a little sip here real quick. We talking about problems Denver poses, but their fans are doing the same about the Jags and how tough it is to play a team like us. Very fair. De'Ami still sucks. Come on, dude. You saw that block? Dude, I've been a hater. That's fine. My boy De'Ami is my new nickname for you. $10 million, so worth it right there. Nah, bro. All the holes he was digging out of, balls being dropped, not play calling strength. Listen, I'm just kidding. Jags feeling super confident. Defense playing as a unit. Trevor Lawrence on fire. Wide receiver, tight end, and running backs doing their job, and O-line doing work. Well said. My biggest fear was Jags sending Trevor Lawrence away and seeing him succeed. Somewhere else like Mayfield and Darnold. Still love your show. Just calling out takes. That's fine, Kyle. And I hope you continue to call out my takes. I have no problem with that. I'm legit. I hope you do because I'm not perfect. 10 million, yeah, but not as a wide receiver or a ball carrier. Shad Khan having a taco glass on about throwing away. 10 mil on De'Ami. Brother missed our message, so let's recap. If we go to the Super Bowl and De'Ami Brown catches a touchdown pass, he was worth 10 million. Listen, a lot of you are forgetting, evidently, that De'Ami Brown went off in the playoffs last year. If you look at his regular season stats last year for Washington, pretty pedestrian. But when you look at what he did in the playoffs, dude kind of balled out. So I've said this on a lot of shows that I go on. If De'Ami Brown comes in for whatever reason and balls out in the playoffs and is key and instrumental to us making a run, it's not my $10 million. It's not your $10 million. Dad? I hope not. Merry Christmas, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Son? No. I know my dad. I look just like him. There's no doubt that I'm my dad's son. We look. So I look. Me and my dad look really, really similar, but I act like my mom. So It's crazy how genetics work, because there's no doubt that I am the son of them because I behave just like my mom and I look just like my dad. It's crazy how that works. Diami is out of here next year. It's Hunter, BTJ, Jacoby, and Parker next year. And Tim Patrick. Come on, man. You can leave Tim Patrick out of that? The way our wide receivers are showing up, Brown will have to earn playing time. And if he does, what a good problem to have. Dad. Why am I getting this dad? I don't have any kids. Trust me, I can barely afford my bills now. I think I can afford a child support? Junk's expensive. Little big man, the vet minimum for wide receivers is $1.8 million. He's getting $2 million above that. Nah, Jason. I was talking to somebody else. With Strigo out, McLeod's the perfect timing. Hello, Jason forgot he had his mom's attitude until now. No, I don't forget. Listen, my mom is the most social person on earth, and she is awesome. She will talk to you about she'll talk to you about Jesus. That's what my mom will do. My mom will talk to you about Jesus anytime, anywhere, and I love her for that. She's a talker, and that's where I get it from. You think I'd sit here for an hour and 10 minutes and talk to comments without getting my mom's personality? And you know what? Some of you guys need Jesus as well. You know what? Some of y'all do need Jesus as well. If we go deep in the playoff, are you, UCF, and Jin Jag going to do a stream, like a live stream together somewhere? If so, I would watch. So I think the plan, I don't want to spoil it because you're an hour and 10 minutes in, so it's not going to really get out too much. But I think the plan is for us, a restaurant, an establishment has offered to pay us money to do a live show during the Super Bowl, regardless of who's playing. So if you want to come and have a couple beers and talk Jags, we're going to be in Jacksonville doing a live show during the Super Bowl. Is Strigo out? I think he is. God bless your mom. I agree. Think so, Diesel. All right, we got more play. We got it. All right, my last folder is the offensive folder. Oh, there's not that many plays in there. All right, I like this play. All right, this is Liam Cohen. I really like this play call a lot. Oh, yes. Remember the Bashaw Tootin where he was in the backfield and he ran up the middle and caught the ball and scored a touchdown? Well, watch what Brenton Strange does here. They're in I form, which you do not see very often with the Jaguars. I form, Trevor under center, fullback, and a running back. They're in a 1x2 tight. They got two tight wide receivers. I don't know if they go in motion or not. I apologize. Yes, they do, like always. Watch Brenton Strange. Watch the fullback. Watch your fullback, Brenton Strange, on this play. Same play. Wide open. Jets they obviously knew the Jets do a poor job covering anyone out of the backfield running through the offensive line. Great play call. This one I just have labeled as a LaQuint Allen chip. So let's watch from the end zone. How about that? Obviously, he's gonna motion in the backfield. Obviously, yeah. Can. Boom. Oh yeah, that's why I clipped it. Watch 77. Bro's gonna try to beat the edge with speed. Get chipped by LaQuint Allen, blocked by Cole Van Lannon, and then just finished off by Ezra Cleveland. This is what I'm talking about. The team is playing as a team. Watch this. Bam. I don't know what happens on the play. Did they even catch the ball? I don't even know. Bam. Oh, yeah, it was a catch. Parker Washington. Nice job, P. Wash. We don't really care about that. Poor guy. 72. Oh, God. Just getting his ass beat. Allen wants the livers. Smoked. I love the play where Myers motions and runs between the right tackle and the tight end. Just like Puka a few weeks ago, Liam must be watching the Rams film. If we reach 28 against Denver, we probably win. 72 must have owed Trevor Lawrence money. For what it's worth. Ooh, listen. Little side story. Like when I graduated high school, and I was starting college, I went to UNF. You see the UNF shirt? Yeah, you guys might notice I wear UNF. I'm a big UNF guy, big North Florida guy. That's where I went to school. That's where that's my team. Who's your college team? Are you a Gator fan? No, I'm an Osprey. If you can't tell. Bro, when I was in college, I paid. Listen, I had Bright Futures. Listen, I'm being real with y'all. I had Bright Futures scholarship. Like I started in the summer. I took 2 classes in the summer, 4 classes in the fall. By the end of the fall semester, my freshman year, I had lost my Bright Futures scholarship. Listen, apparently you have to go to class to make good grades. Who knew? Who knew? Now, I rallied after that, but I found myself in a position where I no longer have a scholarship and college is expensive. So do you know what I did? Do you know what I did in college for like my first like 2-3 years? I valeted and I made probably as much money as I do now. Valets make a lot of money, but it doesn't like that comment does kind of tilt me a bit because, bro, I'm out there running for your car. You can't tip me. Don't respect Quincy Williams. I don't respect him. Was that the same liver? God dang, rough day. Playing edge against the Jags is not for the faint of heart. Woohoo, pancake. If we make the playoffs, I'll shit my pants on camera. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Maybe just do it and just like tell us that you did. Don't show us the camera footage. Jaguars are Rams East with a mobile quarterback. Could there be a chance the AFC goes through Jacksonville, or even worth considering? 100%. Now, this week obviously going to be huge because the Broncos are the 1 seed. So this is like the 1 seed versus like the 3 seed. So this is huge, huge game. So come back to me, Tyler, in like, a week, and I'll be more suited to answer that question. If we beat the Broncos, I am locking in the Jags to the Super Bowl. My vision is getting. The Broncos DNs are eyeballing Allen during their pass. Yeah, Nick Bonito is really good. I thought you had to commit a federal crime to lose Bright Futures. Nope. Actually, if your GPA falls below the standard of what it was to get it, you lose it. So I'm pretty sure I had I had like I think I had you had to keep a 3.0 and I had a 2.95 after the end of my fall semester. I go to my English professor. It was like ENC 1101, some basic class. And I was like, listen, because I got a C in that class. I was like, is there any way you could bump me up to a B? I had like a 79, maybe a 78. I'm not lying to you. I went to her office hours. I was like, hey, listen, is there any way you can bump me up? I'm going to lose my Bright Futures. I had this whole like thing prepared for like maybe a made up story about what went on in my life. I was like, hey, like, is there any way? And she looks me dead in the eyes and she goes, no, sorry. Closes the door. Now, I got into student government. So I got a scholarship through student government. I got elected into student government, ended up being a judge, ended up working valet, ended up coaching football. Things worked out for me. And actually, I'm glad they worked out that way. But valet paid the bills. I will tell you that. Did we collab with you and Travis Holmes this week? Hopefully. Travis is the best. I will say this when he's on the show and when he's not on the show, just so you know, I'm not just gaslighting him. He's the best at what he does. So anytime I can get him on here, I will. Allen and Strange are DN thumpers. Most important game in franchise history. Tony Baselli, I get it. We need to play a game in Levi in February. Make up for the robbery in 2017. Super Bowl. I like it. Can't overlook the Colts. Buckner and Sauce back, and the offense is still there with the old man. Good point. Good point, Preston. Good point. We'll see what happens. What is happening? Wait, or just one more. I like to see more of Hunter in our media posts. Okay. I don't know if like that's a narrative that I haven't really gotten on board with yet. With the not seeing Travis Hunter. I don't know if I care. Like I get it. I just don't know if I care. Probably because we're winning. If we were losing and we were like talking about the draft right now, and there was half of the amount of people here watching this show, I'd probably agree with you. I tend to agree with you more. But the fact that we're winning and we have our eyes looking at potentially number 1 seed, I'm okay with it. Thank you guys for being here. That'll end the show for tonight. Like I said, please hit the notification bell because I'm off for 2 weeks starting on Friday. So I'm going to be just ripping shows. I promise you. I'm just going to be going live reading comments, probably letting you guys come on here and talk, letting you guys kind of phone in, do like call-in shows. I'm gonna do it all because I'm gonna have some free time and I don't want to spend money out doing stuff. So I'm gonna try to do this and have fun. So be on the lookout for that. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I have so much fun talking to you guys. All the channel members that were here. Seriously, thank you. Thank you so much. We had super chats. We had super stickers. We have so many comments like Cedric Holmes with a super sticker, Nolly Full Cab with the channel member re-upping. Like, it was an insane show tonight. Q Revere with the super chat. Thank you guys. I seriously love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I will see you guys very, very, very soon. Until then, as always, go Jags.